Hello and welcome to another Purveyor of Light Photoshop quick tip. Today we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to show you how to make our top secret black cinema effect. We have an example right here on the screen. It's a really nice preset that we can turn around and use on a lot of photos. And I'm going to show you today how you can create it. Here are some examples of it. And we go through there and you can see how nice the effect is. And again, a very popular effect. And we're going to show you today how to make it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start off with a raw image. And we're going to show you how to create the black chrome effect. So we are going to start out with making this a smart object. Okay, so I'm going to right click and hit convert to smart object. All right, so now that we have it as a smart object, we are going to now apply a filter raw camera. Okay, and because it's a smart object, we'll be able to come back and change it if we needed to. So camera raw, and we have the panel here. And now we're going to go to the basic tab and we're going to open that up. And now it's going to get a little tedious on the settings here, but I'll run you through them nice and slow. We're going to start with the temperature. We're going to increase the temperature by 5. Okay. We're going to take the tint up by 10. And if your picture starts looking a little weird at the beginning, perfectly normal. We're making the adjustments, but it'll all balance out in the end. All right, so we're going to bring in our contrast, and we're going to bring the contrast in by 30. And the shadows, okay, we're going to do a negative. Okay, on the shadows, we're going to do a negative 50. Okay, so we see how we're bringing the blacks in and affecting the image. As we build this effect, you'll see it build. Now on the blacks, okay, we are going to go down to a negative 40 on the black channels. Okay, and you see we're already making that dark, rich, cinematic effect. It's very soothing on the eyes, and that's why it's so popular. And it's used by Hollywood and so forth. So that's why it's so popular. All right, we're going to go all the way down to clarity. And we're going to go plus 20 for clarity. And we are then going to do vibrance. And we're going to do plus 20 on vibrance. Okay, so that we have our effect there. And that is the end of our basic panel. Okay. So now we're going to go to the curve panel, and we are going to bring up on the point. If you're on the curve here, make sure you're on the point, and then we're going to put a point right here on the first intersection of the curve, and we are going to bring it up on the black point about to 15. Okay, so it's a very subtle thing. We're just muddying the blacks a little bit on the curve. Okay, so now details. We are going to go to sharpen, and under details we go to sharpen. And if you don't see, make sure you can have your everything expanded so you can see what you're doing. We're just going to simply sharpen details of 30. Just a kiss of sharpening. So, all right, so we now have that. Now we're going to move down to the color mixer, and we're going to open up that, and we have the HSL. We're going to be going to the hue. Okay, so make sure you're on HSL and the hue, and we'll work with our hue settings. So the hue settings, color mixer, hue, and we're going to do reds plus 50, and we're going to do the yellows by -100. Okay, and you can see how that is making an effect. So then we're going to go into the saturation and go on to the saturation tab, and we are going to work with the reds at 0. We're going to do the oranges at a -25, and then we're going to do everything else, the yellows, the greens, the aquas, the blues, the purples, and the magentas, all at -100. Okay. Now we're going to go to the luminance tab, and we're going to come in and do the adjustments on the luminance tab, and we are going to do simply +10 on every channel. So 10 on the red channel and 10 on the thing. And this can be a little tedious because there's no easy way to do it. I find just typing in the values to be the easiest feature. All right, so we just keep on going down, set the blues to 10 and purples to 10 and the magenta. So we're just bumping up the luminance overall, all across all channels. Okay, now we're going to be doing color grading highlights. Okay, panel, and we are now going to do the color grades, and we're going to go to the highlights. Okay, and we're going to go to the color grading highlights. So we're going to hit the highlight tab here, and we are going to bring in the highlights. And if you don't see this, make sure you pull down on this little triangle here and pull down so you can open, so you reveal the hue, the saturation, and luminance. So we're going to punch the hue to 30, and then we're going to do the saturation to 5. Okay, so that's simple enough on the color grading. And you see how we're starting to get that dark, moody, but you notice how everything congeals perfectly into it. Makes a very aesthetically pleasing picture. Okay, so next we're going to go in and do the optics. And we're coming into the optics, and we are going to go into a negative, okay, on the vignette. Okay, so if you don't see that, make sure you have the triangle pulled down, and we're going to do a -70 on the vignette. I got to learn how to type today. There we go. Negative that, and a midpoint of 50. Okay, so that takes care of the optics, and we have one last setting to do. So we're going to go up to calibration, open that up, and now we're coming in and we are going to work with the green primary. And the green primary we are going to set at 100% on the hue, saturation at 0. Okay. Okay. So believe it or not, we now have done all the settings and configurations for the cinema black effect. So now all we need to do is we don't ever want to repeat this work. We want to save this so that we can apply it to any image in the future and make it our own. So we're going to come up here and we're going to hover over until we're in the preset area, and we hit preset, and then we have the preset area, and we're going to make a new preset. Okay, so come up here and click new preset, and you're going to give it a name. You may name it anything you wish. I'm just going to call this one Demo Black. Okay, Zin. All right, so that's my Demo Black Cinema effect. Everything that's checked is what we have already made adjustments. We just simply hit OK. And there we go. We have saved that. And now we can apply that on any image we want. And you can see it right here listed in our list of presets, we can call this on any image we wish. And we just click on it and the effect is applied. And boom, we've done that. And you see how great the image looks and how romantic in that. And again, now we can turn around and open up any image. All right. I'm going to go in and just pick an image at random. And let's just pick up this. And now that I want to come up and go in here, hit edit, and I can apply any of the presets automatically. And that's all there is to it. And you're going to be surprised how many times you're going to love that effect, because it works so great on so many different images. These all have had the preset applied to them, and you can see how beautiful and rich and soothing and that on the eye. Very cinematic, and I find it a very valuable preset. So there you go. Okay, you turn around and you take it off and you look at the before and you look at the after, and you could see what a dramatic effect it makes on the images. And so take this, and hopefully you picked up a couple techniques from how you accomplish this, and then you'll be able to grow your library and your presets and have a very creative time. So till next week, guys, you guys take care.